back here. Got a lot to open up here. They want me to do the watermill. Let's turn around here.
Nothing like a friendly face after a long day's
You'll
work.
pass up these goods. Some Asaram is building a mansion.
Are there? The old mountain. Might as well unlock this.
You need to win 3 half-suns at our hunting grounds to gain admittance to the lodge.
You mean these?
Very well then. Congratulations, and welcome. Our members reap rewards and adventure and live on in legend.
Am I a member now?
No, you're only a fledgling. Junior members are called thrushes. To join and become a thrush, you need a senior member called a hawk to sponsor you.
Interesting.
So I need to find a hawk.
Yes, but a hawk can only sponsor 1 hunter at a time, and I'm afraid most of them already have one.
I've overcome worse odds. Where do I start?
Upstairs, present yourself to the Sunhawk Assis, our leader, who should introduce you to a hawk.
Oh, yes.
I hope it's worth
What do you mean?
it. You'll see.
He's a special, you'll see. I'll give you one moment, guys. I'm gonna make sure my voice is recording. Okay, all's good.
Tell you what I like. Sound and hammer on steel.
So we got
I like
this.
the place.
Okay, bylaw of the lodge. Bylaws of the Hunters Lodge, Section 1, Preamble. Oh, good lord. Why are we doing this? I ignore the dog. She's been barking. Alright, 1-1. The hunt is the noblest pursuit in the Sundom, save those of the Sun King and his Sun Priest. The hunt is strength. The hunt is honor. The hunt is protects. The hunt preserves. 1.2 point. What is the hunt but competition? What is competition without rank, honor, and victor? 1.3 point. The lodge lends law and lore to the hunt, so all we know who has prevailed. 1.4 point. Thus the lodge is not just its members, and not just its house in Meridian. It is the spirit of the hunt, a code to be honored, an ideal to be lived. 1.5 point. Only those of the noblest blood can embody the noblest ideals. As such, only Karja males of pure blood may honor the lodge and trend in its house. Now we learned that Meridian is basically pretty well, they call everywhere else savagery, but Meridian is. It's kind of old-fashioned. Males are Top Gun, and not only is it the males, but of noble blood or originals, bloodlines and stuff like that. Let's see. 1.6 point. By order of His Radiance Avar, 14th Sun King of the Karja, by law 5, Section 1 is hereby rescinded. Section 2, Membership. 2.1 point. No hunter shall gain eminence to the lodge without 3 half-sons, 1 with honor at any hunting grounds. See section 5 below. 2.2. There are 2 classes of member. Hawk being senior, thrush being junior. 2.3 points. The rank of thrush can only be gained through the sponsorship of a hawk. Each hawk may sponsor only one thrush. 2.4 point. There can be only 7 hawks. A thrush can only become a hawk through the death of his sponsor. 2.5 point. The hawk who hunts the greatest prey shall become the sun hawk and lead the lodge. 2.6 point. In the event their quality of prey is in dispute, the hawk who hunts the first shall remain first as sun hawk. Alright, 2.7 point. Only a carja males of pure blood may become thrush, hawk, or sun hawk. Backwards again. 2.8 point. And that's saying a lot for me since I live in the wooded area. By order of His Radiance Advar, 14th King of the Karja, by law, 7 of Section 2 is hereby rescinded. Section 3, Proof of the Hunt. 3.1. The greatest hunts often bear no witness, therefore a trophy must be kept. 3.2. A trophy may be submitted to the Sun Hawk as proof of victorious hunts. 3.3. A trophy must be intact, undamaged, and from a recent hunt. 3.4. The Sun Hawk shall have final authority in any dispute over a trophy's worth. 3.5. Only Karja males of pure blood may submit a trophy to the Sun Hawk. 3.6. By order of His Radiance Advar, 14th Sun King of Karja, by law 5 of Section 3 is hereby rescinded. Section 4, to protect and preserve, and the Advar, the Sun King at this time, seems pretty good at trying to reevaluate the old ways by slavery from royal bloodlines to making sure that we're treating people with kindness. And he is definitely a good king by that. For one, a hunt for its own sake is noble. A hunt in the service of others is blessed by the sun. For two, when called upon, hawks and thrush must undertake any reasonable hunt asked of them, if it serves to protect the citizens of the Sundom. For 3. The Sun Hawk has sole authority to negotiate any fees or bounties associated with any hunt undertaken by members of the lodge on behalf of the Sundom. For 4. Any profit from any hunt undertaken by members of the lodge on behalf of the Sundom shall be shared by all 7 hawks, administered by the Sun Hawk. 4.5. Only Karja males of pure blood may undertake a hunt in the name of the lodge, be it for the protection of the Sundom or any other reason, by order of His Radiance Advar, 14th King of the Karja, by law 5 of Section 4 is hereby rescinded. Section 5, Hunting Grounds. One moment, guys, I got a cough. Excuse me. Alright, 5.1. For the purpose of training and recruiting the best and the greatest hunters, the lodge shall provide and maintain hunting grounds. 5.2. Each hunting grounds shall test a different range of skills through 3 trials crafted by its keeper, and consultation with the Sun Hawk. 5.3. There shall be 3 rewards for each trial, in ascending order of performance: half sun, full sun, blazing sun. 5-4. Hunters who prove themselves by winning the request number of suns may be entitled to special gear at the lodge at discretion of the Sunhawk. 5-5. The lodge shall provide funds for construction and maintenance of all trials and facilities at hunting grounds. 5-6. The lodge shall receive all profits associating with the sales of parts, ammunition, and equipment from all hunting grounds. No, go down. Okay, we read that. 5-8. Keepers shall be chosen exclusively by the Sunhawk and serve for a term of 7 years. 5-9. Only Karja males of pure blood may be appointed to keepers. Here we go again. 5-10. By order of His Greatness Atvar, 14th Sun King of the Karja, by Law 9 of Section 5 is hereby rescinded. So, in rescinding anything that has to do with noble lines, males, purebloods, anything like that, that's great. Kind of gives a backdoor to this narrow-minded heathen aspect of it. I'm just looking for, because I can't remember, I think it's upstairs, another codex. But for now, okay.
The Oseram love to mine the ruins of the old ones.
Let's talk to you.
By the sun! King Avad's edict really is taking effect. Never thought I'd see a Nora here, and a woman at that. So, you have marks for me?
What do you mean?
From the hunting grounds. Oh, right, you're new here.
What edict?
King Avad insisted that the Hunter's Lodge had to welcome everyone. Man, woman, outlander, regardless of tribe. Ursa, captain of the Vanguard, came in and delivered that news personally. You should have been there. It was glorious. But I figured they would sweep it under the rug and say no woman or outlander qualified. Yet here you are.
Are you a member?
Me? No. Karja don't exactly encourage their daughters to run around hunting machines. But all the changes in Meridian have been good to me. I don't think the Oseram know how to sell to us Karja. The trader I worked for last couldn't sell flowers to a bee. He was too plain hammered, as they like to say. This is a much better job. I figure I'll be able to open my own shop soon enough.
Nice.
What do you want with my marks?
You hunters and your badges. I'm not going to take them. I'm going to give you a weapon that sets you apart. Yeah, I thought that'd get your attention. If you earn marks in all 3 trials at each of the 5 hunting grounds, come to me. I can give you up to 3 weapons, one for 15 half-suns, one for 15 full suns, and one you'll love for all blazing suns.
What do I do with these marks?
If you get the same mark from all the hunting ground trials, I can give you a Hunter's Lodge weapon. Show me what marks you've earned, and we'll see if you qualify for one of these special weapons I have for you.
I'm a little short on marks.
No problem. Once you have marks from all 15 trials, you'll be able to get the next Hunter's Lodge weapon from me.
So, I think I've said this before. I have never gotten a Blazing Sun in all of them. I have on the PlayStation 5. Seems a little bit easier, but I've never gotten the stealth one here on the PC, which is kind of funny because I've hit almost all stealth records as possible, but cannot get the freaking Hunter's Lodge to give me the good aspect. Okay, so the record of Red Maw. by inquiry, gentleman, historian, and the residents of the Hunter's Lodge. Oh, shoot. It is well known that the fact receded in the fictions as they become memories, and flashbacks themselves are ephemeral among the rumors and legends of the South. This is especially true in the case of Red Maw, that most terrible of Thunderjaws, a machine which is nothing if not legendary. Few who have laid eyes upon it have survived, and among them even fewer can be trusted not to embellish their tales. All that said, here I have endeavors to truthfully chronicle all calamities contributed to the beast, and all expectations meant to end such calamities once and for all. None have succeeded as of this writing. The terrible South still roams free, scarred perhaps, but deadly as the day the sun first shone upon its armored hide. In the early spring of the 18th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, a freehold was destroyed near the hands of the flood. 9 bodies were recovered, 8 riddled with canyon rounds, 1 flattened completely. No witnesses survive, though never proven. This is widely thought to be Red Maw's first attack. In the late spring of the 18th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, an expedition of 400 set out from the Sunstone Rock to track the machine or machines responsible for the destruction of the freehold. None returned. Their bodies were subsequently found in the south. 3 blasted, 1 stomped. Never proven, but the thought to be Red Maw's work. In the early summer of the 18th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, an expedition of 6 mercenaries set out from Meridian to track the machine or machines responsible for the losses described above. 1 returned, ribs crushed, clavicle fractured. He spoke of a thunderjaw which split a man in half with a single bite. This is a fact first confirmed sighting of the legendary machine, and the one which gave it a name. Oh, excuse me. Oh, hiccups. Can never get rid of them. In the late summer of the 18th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, an expedition of 8 set from Meridian to track Red Maw. None returned. 6 bodies were found near Blackwing Snag. 1 blasted, 3 stomped, 2 asphyxiated, 1 swallowed his own tongue, eventually in a spasm of terror, suffocating. In the autumn of the 18th year of his reign, the Sun King Jiran commanded that the Hunter Lodge to send an expedition south in pursuit of Red Maw. After numerous logistical delays, 3 hawks and their thrushes set out in winter. Only 1 pair returned, reporting the deaths of the others. 2 blasted, 1 stomped, 1 duplicated. The survivors were sacrificed for cowardice, 1 gutted by a sawtooth, the other skewered by kestrels. After the setback, members of the lodge grew weary of pursuing the legendary Thunderjaw. Only the proudest hawks even considered it. Aspirants to the lodge, however foolish in their ambition, eagerly took part in the subsequent hunt. In the summer of the 19th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, the destruction of a caravan south of the Spurt Flint, 3 blasted, 2 stomped, 1 immolated. Rescinded interest in Red Maw. 3 expeditions totaling 15 mercenaries went after the machine, with only 3 survivors. 9 blasted, 3 stomped, 2 executed, 1 liquefied. In early spring of the 20th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, a cohort of 12 soldiers headed from the rain gatherers to the All Light were set upon by the beasts. Only one survived. One blast, one stop, 10 crushed with their fleeing footsteps triggered an avalanche. In the late spring of the 20th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, 3 corps totaled 34 men went in search of Renma. Alas, they were all ambushed by stalkers and only 4 survived. 24 sniped, 6 exploded. Understandably, this ended the pursuit of Renma for some time. In the summer of the first year of the reign of the Sun King Advar, a group of 6 Asuran traders were attacked by the beasts. 1 blast, 3 stomped, and 1 split into a ravine. The lone survivor petitioned Captain Ursa to send the vanguard after the monster, but the request was denied. However, 3 additional expeditions, comprised of mercenaries and hunters aspiring to the lodge, were subsequently commissioned. Autumn, 7 men, 2 blasted, 3 stomped, 1 tripped on his own spear, 1 survived. Winter, 9 men, 3 blasted, 2 stomped, 2 dead from frostbite, 2 survivors. Spring, 11 men, 5 blasted, 1 stomped, 3 retreated on a cliff, 2 survivors. The last known sighting of Redmaw occurred in the spring of the 3rd year of the reign of the Sun King Advar. Tarkas, Hawk of the Lodge, got word of a sighting near the Thunderhead and set off to take the beasts on his own. His thrust, Tahana, arrived at the scene too late, just as Tusk was dying of wounds, multiple perforations. Tahana, I hope I'm saying her name right. We'll find out if I am or not. Testified that as Red Maw lumbers off through the trees, she could see the spirit of her mentor embedded in its hide. Yeah, I probably butchered her name, but we're gonna find out for sure. Whoops. Now, I believe there's another one. Yep, right there. I think this is the last one. Alright, Legendary Hunts. Legendary Hunts of Lodge. In the summer of the 4th year of the reign of the Sun King Mazid, did Fakwa's Sunhawk of the Lodge behold a herd of grazers, so vast that it filled the valley below the far back. His bow was a harp that day, strumming the melody of the hunt from noon to twilight. After, one could not walk a single step across the glen without tripping on an antler of the fallen. It took all 7 hawks and all 7 thrusts to gather the trophies, and with the bounty from their barter the last queen of the lodge was raised. In the winter of the 7th year of the reign of the Sun King Havis, did Dosavus, Hawk of the Lodge, stalked a herd of tramplers from the Sand Whisper Valley to the foothills of the Pale Reach. Bombs from his sling fell as hailstones, freezing his prey in the water of the ford, while the others stood as statues in ice. Heba sent upon the largest, driving his spear between its plates, and taking his trophy before the rest could even stir. In the spring of the 3rd year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, as the machines of the wildest grew ever more deranged, did Kalmbun, Hawk of the Lodge, answer the call from the prefect at Daytower to slay the mysterious creature who ripped his best Korha limb from limb. 4 days and 4 nights he tracked his quarry through the savage east before the brute was revealed. Strong as a snapjaw, faster as a striker, from twilight to midnight the battle raged, but Kamban prevailed at great cost, his left arm chewed ragged at the joint. Thus is named the beast Sawtooth, as he took his trophy from its shattered remains. In the autumn of the 8th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, as the machines of the wilds grew even more deranged, did Galadid, Hawk of the Lodge, follow the shimmering death, haunting the southern freeholds, into the jungles of the Jewel. Under the tangled canopy the hunters became the hunted, glimpsing in the shadows more of the eerie light, till he was surrounded by machines he named stalkers. Long was his flight through the underground to safety of the All-Light, but along the way he turned his bow to his pursuers, and became the first to snart a trophy from that which walks in glintering shadow. In the summer of the 13th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, as the machines of the wilds grew even more deranged, did Assis, Hawk of the Lodge, dare to tread the path of the broken trees, following the wake of the terrible things that had laid waste to the freeholds of Morning Light. And so he was the first to face the might of a Thunderjaw, greatest of the machines that walked the earth, with spear, bomb, and arrow. Brave Ahis fought to no avail, and only triumphed by turning the terror's own canyons against it. The carcass of the beast now hangs in the lodge for all to see, so enshrining because it fall turned hawk to sunhawk. So basically, this was the thing where the derangement kept getting more dangerous and more dangerous. And then, the ass that we're going to go talk to next, this is his trophy that made him the Sun Hawk. So let's talk to you.
Excuse us. The machine rider graces us with her presence. You're Anora, are you not? A fighter from the savage lands.
The sacred land, but yes. I fought for everything I got.
Tell me, do the Nora often wander into other people's homes and do whatever they like?
Of course not.
But that is what you're doing, right now. Stinking up our lodge, pestering your betters.
You're hardly my better. Legan said I had to meet you to become a member.
That would be true if there were any chance of you becoming a member. But you're a savage. And no savage will rise in the ranks of the Hunter's Lodge while I am the Sun Hawk. Now be gone.
No. I was led to believe there are rules here. If they count for nothing, then even your position is meaningless. So quit blustering and tell me. Is there a Hawk who is free to sponsor me?
Very well. Talana is free. Wouldn't that be fitting? Trash sponsoring trash. Now get out of my sight.
Talani. I think I said her name right.
Just a few more hours, and I can get a drink. For 3.
You're Talana? Assis said you were a Hawk without a fledgling to sponsor. Or are you trying to drive me off too? It's okay, I've dealt with worse.
I'll bet you have. But you're wrong. It's not okay. Especially not today.
What happened today?
One of our own just died fighting Red Maw. You'll never face a more dangerous Thunderjaw. Cuts through trees, rocks, people.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's part of the hunt.
Is there any actual hunting in this lodge? So far, it's been all talk.
Yes, of course. You fight a machine, then bring its trophy to Assis the Sunhawk, then no one can deny you brought it down.
Assis. What's his story?
He's the Sunhawk of the Lodge. The highest ranking asshole... Sorry, member. He's taken down Ravagers, Stalkers, Behemoths.
So? I've taken down a lot of machines.
As have I. Even brought down 2 Stormbirds. But he's a hawk who brought in the trophies first. That's how it works. Whichever hawk defeats the greatest machine first becomes a Sunhawk.
How does one become a hawk?
When a hawk dies, his thrush is promoted in his place, no matter how anyone feels about it.
Who is this Legan, the man at the door?
Legan? He's a hawk. He had an impressive run in his day, but he doesn't fight anymore. He supports the Lodge in other ways. Unlike the other hawks, who hoard all the best kills and drink the bar dry.
I'm ready to hunt, so tell me. What do I have to do?
You want them to regret looking down on you? Then speak to them in their language. Kill 3 Sawtooths, 2 Ravagers, and a Stalker. Deliver their trophies directly to Assis. That should shut them all up.
So if I do that, you'll sponsor me.
I'll consider it. Just to make Assis spoil.
I do love her. She's awesome. Okay. So, yeah. I understand. We're gonna do this next. And... Man, are you up here? My crazy loon. Where are you located? If you don't know who it is, you will find out as soon as I find it. Alright, so now we're gonna go meet the Sun King. Oh, okay. Follow the directions. Even though I'm pretty sure I could have.
I have a matter of grace and beauty I would like to discuss with you.
No, not right now. I don't have stuff for you.
The main is for the
Greetings, Aloy. I am known as Blameless Marad.
Uh-huh.
Please come with me. You're needed for an important consultation.
What do you mean? Where's Erend?
He's inside, attending the Sun King, where we should be without further delay.
That's good. I have something urgent to tell the king.
Then you shall have your chance. Follow me, please.
Very well.
All of these people are here to see the Sun King.
Yes, and each has come to ask a favor of him. Unpleasant, but that's politics. The Sun King is eager to meet you, the machine tamer with a curious eye for detail. It's all very intriguing.
I'm not here to intrigue you.
Too late.
First the Oseram gets special treatment, and now Outlanders from the Savage of the Sun King haven't heard.
Passed by some Outlander woman? Unacceptable. I've been here for 2 hours, and this Nora goes to the front of the line.
Ignore them. Nobles are like children who whine when they don't get a second helping of dessert.
Don't worry, I will.
What's the Sun King like?
The most important thing is what he isn't like. His father. I think you'll find him to be a reasonable man.
Aloy of the Nora. She who sees the unseen. Welcome. It would seem you have done me a great service. Erend, tell her what you found.
I checked Ursa's tomb. You were right, Aloy. The body is missing a scar below her right knee. I gave it to Ursa when we were kids, fighting over a toy sword.
If the body is not Ursa's, then we must assume she is still alive. And I will not abandon her.
We only know she was taken, not who took her.
I can help with that. Ursa has an enemy among the Oseram. A warlord named Dervahl.
Impossible. Every clan in the claim has been hunting for him since the liberation. He has to be dead by now.
No other Oseram had the motive and ingenuity to lure Ursa into this trap. I expect to find him lurking somewhere near the border. I've already sent an agent to investigate. He'll be waiting for word from us at the marketplace in Pitchcliff.
I can't move troops to the border without provoking the Oseram. But I could send a few vanguardsmen. And perhaps an exceptionally gifted Nora as well. Errant, Murad, let me discuss it with her privately. I hate to impose further after all you've done, but this is a matter of great importance to me.
It sounds like Ursa means a lot to you.
Without her Oseram vanguard, I would not have been able to liberate Meridian and end my father's brutal reign. Since then, it has been difficult to maintain peace between our tribes. But Ursa has a way of making her people see reason. So you see, I need her back at my side. And quickly.
Who is Dervahl exactly?
To understand Dervahl, you must first understand my father. He truly thought of himself as a sun god. His mind was broken. He believed that blood sacrifice would solve, well, everything. So he raided the other tribes for victims, especially the Oseram. Dervahl fought back. He crafted powerful weapons and rallied his people. My father responded with the ultimate cruelty. He captured Dervahl's wife and daughter and sacrificed them in the Sun Ring.
So, why would Dervahl go to so much trouble to kidnap Ursa?
He felt she betrayed him. She fought by his side until she realized he planned to raise Meridian and butcher its people. And she came to me. Together, we stopped him and liberated the city from my father. Dervahl has spent every moment since trying to get revenge. Mostly on the other Oseram who fought with us. He made so many powerful enemies, I thought we'd seen the last of him. I was wrong.
The killers who attacked the Nora. I've discovered that they're a faction of Shadow Karja called the Eclipse. They're digging up ancient weapons. Machines that corrupt and control other machines. They want to use them to strike Meridian. I've been to their base, due west of here, in the mountains. When they come, it will be from that direction. But the thing is, they're not coming for the city itself. It's difficult to explain, but the real target is the Spire. If they get it, they'll raise more of these ancient machines from the ground, more than we'd ever be able to stop.
What you're saying echoes reports I've received from Murad. A Shadow Karja splinter group. Corrupted machines across the land. When will this attack come, do you know?
I'm not exactly sure.
I will order reinforcements to the fortifications along the western bluff of the city. As for the Spire, I shall endeavor to protect it. But not at the expense of Meridian itself.
But it will be soon. Any day now.
And we will do what we can to prepare. But in the meantime, Ursa is my highest priority. Please, help me find her.
I'd like to ask you something about the Sundom and its politics.
By all means.
They call you a sun god who killed his own father in order to unite the tribes in harmony. Is any of it true?
They say you can see the invisible, split an arrow at 50 paces, and tame machines at a glance. How much of that is true?
It's not too far off.
Well, I would like to unite the tribes in harmony, but you saw how many courtiers I have to deal with first. Maybe next week.
True enough.
Quite a place you've got here. You can almost see the little people below the mesa.
You don't approve? Well, I have a secret for you. Neither do I. But we must be patient. Change won't come in a single sunrise.
But will it happen at all, while men live in palaces?
It might. Eventually. If people like you help me bring it about.
Your politics seem very complicated. The Oseram are friends, but enemies too?
I couldn't have liberated Meridian without the help of Ursa and her Oseram freebooters. Many of them have settled here. But the Ealdormen of the Oseram clans in the Claim have become jealous of their success. So have many Carja nobles. It's a volatile situation, especially given the fact that my father raided the Oseram for years. Ursa helps keep the peace, promising a future based on mutual gain. But some, like Dervahl, will never let go of their venom.
What can you tell me about the Shadow Carja? What do they have to do with Ursa?
They are remnants of my father's regime, holding out at the fortress of Sunfall to the west. Like him, they care only for domination, and seek to draw upon the power of the sun by spilling blood in its name. Since Ursa helped me take this city from them, they were perfect scapegoats. Dervahl knew this, of course, and planned it well.
I need to get going.
I know. Well, they say kings should never beg. But please, help me find Ursa.
Who says that?
Well, Murad, for one. Don't hesitate to ask him or Erend if you have further questions.
Alright. So. Oops. I will talk to you.
There are Oseram in a Sundom now. I get up, I work, same as always.
Was yeah.
Amazing.
Ha ha ha. Alright. The Sun Kings. Chronicles of the Sun Kings, the founder of Armen, who guides our forefathers from the shadows of the savage east into the vastness of the Mesa Valley, and who, reading the signs of the sun and shadow both, deliver them to the site of Holy Meridian. The botanist Amavade, oh God, who oversaw the clearing and soul of the royal Macy lands, so that none who walk in the sun's favor should go hungry again, who cut back the jewel to claim the rich estate for the first house of the Sun Court. The Farsian Sandohin, who expanded the sun's dominion to the north, south, and east, setting a gate at Birth Market Harbor, and who before the sun at its highest proclaimed these lands would be known as the Karja Sundom. Excuse me. So by the light it was good. Generous Jalmadane, who stocked the meadow markets with the spoils of his own trampler hunts, and who allowed trade from the north and south, even permitting outlanders the gifts of the counting glyphs so they might understand more than simple barter. Sevard, the pilgrim Sun King, who tower was raised to the top of the ridge of the Vales, and who crossed the great waters of the daybreak, so the sun might extend even further. And to honor this passage had the great blazon ark raised on the far shores. Bold Ivir, who saw the suns passing into the west as a challenge and forged after it with a great army, to push back 3 times at the great Canyonlands that would be known as the Dot, until on the 4th time he cohort broken through and were vanquished in the lands beyond. Prudent Besed, who had mantle of his fallen brother thrust upon himself, who ordered the construction of the fortress of Sunfall and the garrison at the Blazing Ark, declaring the lands beyond it the Forbidden West, where only the sun may go. Kaved the Returner, who strove to bring civilization to the savage east, but returned after many strenuous endeavors, saying it was no longer fit for the people of the sun, and called for building a great tower and walls, so that the wild lands might be observed safely. Rennie, the firebird, who saw the Sundom suffer unprovoked attacks by the Tunut horde, and who, against the protests of his advisors, accompanied his army to confront them. Under the sun he claimed victory, though he was so greatly scarred he wore his blazoned helmet from that day. Hassan, who was a hunter as much as the Sun King, and called for the proudest men of the noble houses to prove themselves in a competition beneath the sun, and that those who felled the greatest machines would be situated as the first Sun Hawk and Hawks of the Hunter Lodge. The alumnus Mazad, who the sun visit with a vision so vivid and grand, he compensated many statues and frescoes of his visage in Meridian. Boy. And for his summer palace in the sun fall had the great citadel raised, where he remained painting until he took deathly ill from his own pigments. Hebus, elder brother of Mazad, who decreed each family with a suitable male child should submit that child in the service of the Sundoms then, depleting ranks, and had the artisans turn their attention from works of art to outfitting each soldier of the sun. Excuse me. Hiccups are back. With the very finest armor, halberd and bow. Jiran, who in his earliest years was the strong Sun King, defending the Sundom from the encroachments of other tribes and the derangement of the machines, but who became greatly addled and ordered the spilling of much blood in the sun's name, threatened to bring a twilight time upon us. Advad, the Liberator. Okay. So there's one, and I think there was one here with a VOD. Sorry, VOD. But I need this here. Okay. The founding of Meridian. The founding of Meridian. We are Kaja. In us is the blood of those led by Enderman from persecution and pursuits so long ago. Out of the far east, savage east, we came, guardians of the old treasure greater than lands or metal, the leaves of the old ones. Ardaman found the leaves in a room, picked out by the beams of the sunlight, and he recognized at once their importance. Within was etched the first teaching of how to observe the sun, to recognize its guidance, and to understand the place of men. From out of the leaves came the first glyphs, the first writings, so our knowledge could last longer than voices. But when our forefathers offered to share this gift, they were driven out by those they had once called tribesfolk. These ones feared to have the light of knowledge brought to the bear on their eagerness, or jealous of its power, and so began a long wandering of our people, trusting only in the sun would guide them and deliver them from the barbarian tribes. The path was hard and marked by the stone of families who fell along the wayside, even Armin's own. The prosecution was unceasing from those without purpose. Only the desire to debase and destroy, but the faith of the Karja was rewarded with a distant vision, a tower like a solid ray of sun holding on the horizon flashing. Even as their enemies descended upon them, Ardaman followed the flight of the Glinthawks, leading his people through looming canyons and teeming jungles. Again they saw the tower, so close now it seemed to reach to the very sun itself, and they saw that the Glinthawks perched upon it. Beheld in the light of the sun, the tower, the spire, cast its long shadow upon the mesa across the verdant valley. Ardaman knew he had found a heaven for the tribe, as this was the place shunned by those without his faith, who cowered from the magnificence of the spire, or the shining feathers of the Glinthawks. He named this place Meridian, from a passage in the leaves, and the tribes settled in the protection of the great mesa. They found that the site was blessed in every respect, carving their cliff houses from the Bortonus resource and in time from the red rock of the mesa itself, crowning it with the first columns of the City of the Sun. Truly the sun gave much to the descendants of our forefathers, granting Meridian great harvests and prosperity, and the bounds of the sun as far as the light touched. In time, see Meridian shield us from the dark arrows and plots of our foes. Other foreigners brought trade and tribute. Holy Meridian, without the spire and sun there would be no Meridian, but now and forevermore it stands as a monument to both. And the glory of Ardaman and the founders is reflected anew in each Sun King of the radiant line, and the noble houses of the Sun Court. Very good. Alright.
So, I thought Ursa was dead, and I thought Dervahl was dead. Dead doesn't seem to mean what it used to. Or maybe I'm just an ass. Whatever.
Don't be too
All
hard
I
on
know is that
yourself.
it's time to find my sister and get some payback.
Yes, sir.
I hope Murad's guy grabs us the lead.
That little girl of mine ate all my chips and put the empty bag back in my drawer. How rude. Well, no snacking for me, apparently.
Did Ursa ever tell you anything about Dervahl?
We were both under his command for a while. Sort of. Helped him recruit an army to take out the mad Sun King. But then he got real creepy with Ursa. Needless to say, she wasn't interested, but he wouldn't let it go. Not to mention the fact that we realized he wanted to murder every Karja, not just the bad ones. Long story short, he's a grazer-licking dungbag.
Avad seems committed to finding your sister.
Yeah, those two got along. And some people say they shacked up, but I don't buy it.
I do.
Seems a little skinny for her. Oh, okay, some bad images are forming in my head. Let's just focus on finding her. And kicking Dervahl's ass.
I'd better go.
Don't stand me up in Pitchcliff, okay? Ursa needs us.
I wouldn't dare.
Aloy, how can I be of service?
It's obvious that you're an advisor to the Sun King, but what is it you do exactly?
Whatever is needed, of course.
Are you always so evasive?
It depends.
I met a Karja spy at Sunfall by the name of Vanasha. Did you send her?
I would say she sent herself. Her enmity for the Shadow Karja was earned at the tail of a whip. Of all the whispers from across the land, hers are always the most interesting.
You were right about Avad. He seems genuine.
He is the Sun King. I serve him the best I can. What else would you have me say?
Huh. Did you serve the last one as best you could, too?
Well, I served him to his enemies. It was the best I could do for the Sundom.
What did you do?
Sorry, I hit my gun.
Nothing I could be blamed for.
And that's why you're called invasive.
Sounds to me like you're a spy.
There are many helpful voices in the Sundom and beyond. I like to think of myself as a good listener.
So why do they call you Blameless Murad?
Haven't you got it yet?
Depends on who you mean by they, and what they might wish to blame me for.
Talking to you is tiring.
So they say.
What will I find at the border?
An outpost full of Oseram, most of whom want nothing to do with Dervahl. Still, he inspires great loyalty in those who fought with him against the last Sun King. He will not be caught alone. And don't forget, he is a master craftsman. Nothing delights him more than his dangerous toys.
What makes you so sure Dervahl did this to Ursa?
I don't care for sure or certain. I prefer likely or probably. How many Oseram are clever enough for this ruse? Capable of building the weapon you described? Who hate Ursa so? More than one? Not likely. Dervahl? Quite probably.
Even if people think he's dead?
That is surely another reason to be suspicious of certain words.
I have to go.
Then you must.
All right. So. I want to go here because there's quite a bit more.
Okay. Guess I should go to this watermill then to find...
Yeah. I got
what's
you.
going on.
So, there's quite a bit of, more side quests. Oh, I hate these. I'm gonna have to unlock some of these, so. Fire spots here, so that. Right, Aloy? Come on. There we go. Petra, you did a fantastic job, but you could have made it a little bit faster, couldn't you? Look at her hair! Oops. Took forever to get up, but it seems like it's going fast enough to lift the hair up. Fantastic, I love it. Hello.
Damn it.
Oh, what was the damn it for? It's not. Okay. Fantastic. Go to you first.
Won't find better wares.
Best goods here.
Would you like to buy something today?
Not stopping when you're in the
Can I save first? Excuse me. Perfect.
Won't cost you a shard just to look.
I am going to look at a bunch of stuff. Just quick. This place keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Fine goods for a fair price.
Wash up and hope the sun takes care of it.
I mean, you air dry.
I'll give you a good price. Check out these wares.
I'll take that.
I miss Mainspring. Charcoal smoked from a dozen forges. Well-paid work, decent liquor.
Ha 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 ha. You're awesome. When we're talking about liquor,
Smoke and that's how you know you've done a good day's work.
you're awesome too.
I'd like an opportunity to share a drink with Aaron. There's a man who knows how to enjoy life.
Stopping when you're in the thick of
Good
it.
prices, fair prices.
I've got all the best goods.
bandits try to get
for a
past
fair
me?
price.
I've got all the best goods here.
I'll give you a good price.
Here's to Avad, huh? We need dressing.
I've got all the
Won't cost you a
Buy
shard.
what you
just
need,
look.
leave the rest. You'll like what I have for sale, I promise.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Take a look at these.
Won't cost you a shard just
A lively read.
All right.
Fairest
Stock.
prices for machine parts under the mesa. No tithes to the Sun Court, not like those greedy snarls upside.
She's not interested in taxes.
I know what she's not interested in. As I was saying, no better offer for snap maw lenses. I'd give my oath on it.
By the sun, don't start spitting in your palm. Huntress, I apologize on behalf of my partner. Silent partner.
Silent partner?
If the sun would only grant my prayers. Never mind snap-maw lenses, Huntress. There's no market for those. A long-leg lens, though, you'd be well rewarded for.
Hello?
I've told you as many times as the spire is tall, craft and artisanship is who we are.
Craft doesn't win a war or keep the machines from your farms. What you need is good, old-fashioned, plain...
Oh, yes. Old-fashioned, plain hammered work. If ever something glittered, you'd throw it back.
If Karja had built that elevator, they would have stopped at a good-looking shaft.
All those years of delving, and you never found a sense of humor.
So which,
No market for a snap-maw lens is good, strong stuff. You can hammer it into anything.
Where do you think we are? Some trading post with sawdust on the floor? This is Meridian. We have culture.
I know culture. Just the other day, I was watching the hunting trials.
Oh, great sun, lend me the strength of midday.
The sun's baked your head if you think we'll shift long-leg lenses at a time like this.
enough!
Well?
They're a blunt people, the Nora.
Why do you two even work together if you can't agree on anything?
It's a symbolic gesture.
No tithes to the Sun Court, like I said in the beginning, Rennie.
Just tell me which part you want.
A long leg lens.
A snap maw lens.
Fine. I can see that you're busy.
Wait. You drove her off. Snap maw lens. What do you say?
I drove her off. That's rich. Listen, Huntress, long leg lens.
Hunters, scroungers,
Okay.
bring us your...
Let me see what I got here. I think I got both. There's long leg and a stop maw. Very good.
Scroun!
I brought you both the parts. So, what do you say?
I don't suppose I could buy just the one.
You'd buy the wrong one. So give the hunter her shards for both.
Of course. Here you are. If this is the price I have to pay.
The price you have to pay? The snap maw lens might just cover the loss we take on the other.
It won't sell for a loss, charcoal burner. You'd pay handsomely for a long leg lens if you had an imagination.
I have an imagination. When you rattle that piece of junk around, I think of your skull.
I told you from the beginning this wouldn't be a scrap-dealing operation, that we would have class.
And I told you, a true metal seller knows to get his hands dirty.
As you wipe machine oil on my silks.
Okay, guys, we're gonna just kind of search a little bit
Check out
here.
these wares.
Pick up the last side mission. What's that? Campfire.
Don't forget to stock up.
You'll
Like
like
what I have
road.
for sale, I promise.
Alright, I am coming back to you in one moment. We have a couple more boxes to pick up.
Fine goods for a fair price.
Out of my way. And then we'll go shop, save, and then we'll come back later.
We all know destroy them.
I face the sun with pride because I know
Ah, damn.
God has tried to make up for his father's brutality. Other than that,
Okay.
This isn't the Savage East. Just behave yourself.
You guys act worse than Aloy ever considered staff. Just saying.
My family might still be alive, and you're going to stand here and do nothing?
We've lost a dozen patrols beyond the valley. Our orders are clear. No more. Freeholds were warned.
You're talking about orders. I'm talking about lives.
That's what the orders are for, to save lives. Good day, citizen.
Tell me what happened to your family. Maybe I can help.
By the sun, I fear they are all dead by now. I barely escaped alive. Machines. Vicious machines attacked my family's estate. Father sent me to get help.
What kind of machines? Where did they come from?
A Ravager. By the sun, how it cut down those guards, and a pack of watchers came with it. The Sun King warned us that he could no longer protect freeholds beyond the valley, but Father never saw this coming.
Tell me more about the estate.
My father owns a dozen quarries, and he's put his spoils into the estate. Fine tapestries, custom woodwork, silver fixtures.
But what about the people there?
Of course. Their lives are all that matter. My father and sister, plus a dozen guards and servants. I hope they survived.
I'll see what I can do about the estate.
You will? Oh, thank you. Oh, please, be careful. Those machines are deadly.
Nothing that we can't handle. Okay. Okay, and new request there as well. We still have to find him. So let's go shop. Where were you? Back over here?
You'll regret not
Stopping
stopping when you're in the thick of
Come
it.
take a look. I'll give you a good. Woke.
All right.
Cost you a shard just to.
Okay. First things first. I think I got everything that I want, right? Oh. Snap heart. Gotcha. Not trampler heart. Why not? Yeah, I suppose. Never gonna use the damn thing. But
Look.
fatty meats. Alright, I don't have. Okay. So I can't. Okay.
Don't pass up these goods.
Come on. I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay. Now. Come on. Yeah. I don't really care. Alright, so we're gonna skip that for now. I want this and these, and then we'll probably go to the cauldron when we come back. And then head down over here. I'll start opening all these up. Once we get this and the cauldron, we'll probably do the bandit and the corruption area. Yeah, something like that. We'll decide when we come back. Otherwise, this video is fairly long already anyway. So we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye now.